Hey, would you be good? Okay, apparently that is working. They do see a little red light, so I don't understand. Certain. Hi. This is my first try at this. So, I'm not used to hearing myself, and I'm not used to seeing myself on camera. And I'm really sorry for the sound quality, but I don't want to turn my fish filters off because I just don't want to do it. Hello, Aries, come on. Hi, hi. Come say hi. This is Aries. Are you being good? You're never being good. You always do everything. Yeah. So my name is Gabby. I have 3 cats and 2 fish tanks. You are crazy. Aries, you shouldn't be there. Why? Good boy. Hey, be a good boy. Be good. Did I get you a little bit wet? I'm sorry. Fuck, you're cute. Oh my god, stop it. This is Spastic. Hey, pretty boy. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Just chilling. Just being in the sun. So handsome. Hi, Bagheera. What you doing? Follow me around. I'm from New Zealand. I'm really a little bit nervous about how I sound because my accent doesn't sound that normal for somebody from New Zealand. It's regional, so it's sort of normal for the South Island, but sort of not, because I also grew up in a town that is sort of a tourist resort, and there were a lot of internationals living there that I was friends with when I was growing up, and I guess that kind of had some kind of an influence on the way I talk. Not everyone from there talks the same way that I do. My sister sounds just like me, so I don't know, but people that I knew that grew up there, lived there their whole lives, sounded way more middle New Zealand. But anyway, please don't make fun of my accent because it's like unique. Yeah, I watch a lot of Taylor Nicole Dean on YouTube, and she inspired me a lot. She does a lot of educational videos about animals, and I guess in the last year or so of my life I've started to become a lot more passionate about my work with animals and looking after them and educating people about proper animal care and doing the best that you can for your pets. I've always loved animals. I love them from a really young age. I always had cats growing up. We tried a myriad of other pets, but the adults in my family didn't know very much about looking after those animals, and so we had pretty limited success with animals that weren't cats. I've never had a dog, so dogs are sort of my unknown area. Like, I guess I know a few things in theory, but I haven't like practiced it myself on animals that I have frequent contact with. I really like dogs. I'd like to get them at some point, but at the moment it's pretty much all about cats and fish. That's what I have. I would really like to get rats. I know a little bit about birds, not that much about birds, but I work with them, so I have to know a bit. I have basically done a crash course in learning how to look after fish in the last like 10 months. So I've like studied that a lot to get that right, because that's something that went wrong a lot in my family growing up, and I did not want to repeat those experiences when I tried to fish again now. I've had rabbits before. I know quite a lot about rabbits. I haven't owned guinea pigs, but I work with guinea pigs and I'm getting used to knowing a lot about them too. I know a little bit about turtles. I work with bearded dragons, so I know a little bit about a few reptiles now, especially bearded dragons. In New Zealand, there's quite a limitation on what kinds of exotic pets you can have. There's only a few kinds of reptiles that we can have. We can't have snakes. We also have some limitations on the type of rodents and other small pets. We have a really delicate ecosystem. New Zealand originally had no predators. It was all birds, one kind of reptile, and the only native mammal was like these tiny little bats, and I think they're still the only kind of bats that we have. And yeah, they're like the size of mice with wings, and you never see them. They're like in the mountains, in caves and stuff. And people do not keep them as pets unless you're like a conservation worker or something like that, and you're nursing and injured. I suppose that happens. But yeah, we're both mostly a bird country, and a lot of them are flightless birds. Our national bird is the kiwi. I don't think they're that exciting, to be honest. I really like pukekos. You've never seen a pukeko? Google pukeko. They're like blue, really. Well, there was like a TV commercial for a while that had like baby pukekos. It was like for an electric company or something, but it was really fucking cute. They live in swamps or like marshlands or wetlands a lot, so sometimes you see them sort of in paddocks and stuff. Like, I don't know. Now New Zealand's like quite an agricultural country, so there's a lot of animals like sheep and cows that didn't originally live here. Most of the animals that we have here are introduced. We do have hedgehogs. They are introduced. They are not like American hedgehogs. Well, American hedgehogs aren't even American hedgehogs, so imported from other places. But we don't have hedgehogs as pets. They are more considered a pest, and they're kind of dangerous. The other things that we have is like possums and all these like wild rats, stone spirits, we have rabbits running wild. But yeah, we have quite a lot of pests that are really detrimental to our native bird populations. That said, they're here now. We can just do the best with what we've got. And hedgehogs, they're not dangerous because they're like, nah, like the rats and stuff probably are, but they, everything that is wild in our countryside has a really good likelihood of carrying tuberculosis. So if you get bit by one, you don't have to worry about rabies or anything here. There's no rabies. The only way rabies would even get here is like if a seal went somewhere and got rabies and managed to survive the way to get back here and then like started biting other animals, and then there's rabies. But yeah, fur seals, they are sort of native here, but they kind of travel around a bit. They migrate. And tuberculosis is what they're going to have, not rabies. Tuberculosis. It's like, I'm not even really sure what tuberculosis does. I have to look into that a little bit more. I just know they all have it. That's why we pasteurize milk, because possums that have tuberculosis go and get piggyback rides on the cows or something. I don't know, so, but because the milk might have tuberculosis, we have to like pasteurize it at really hot temperatures before it's drinkable. I am not vegan and not vegetarian. I often wish I was, but it's not, for a lot of reasons, it's not the best idea for me right now, but that's something that I will probably experiment with at a later point in my life, mainly when my health is better and maybe when there's an easier social climate for that here. Health food movement is only in its like baby stages here. It's a lot better in Australia, and there's like some places in the States where the health food movement is really good, and it's just not like that here, because everyone's like, I'm gonna have some steak and a glass of milk, because people think that's still good for you here. I kind of rambled a lot. I have a lot of thoughts on a lot of things. I'm pretty opinionated. I'm very, very passionate about animals, and I really just want to share what I know and get people more educated about animals, sort of from a New Zealand perspective, but at the same time I can't really speak for all of New Zealand, because there's a lot of different sides of that. But from my perspective as a girl who lives in New Zealand and works with animals and looks after animals and knows a bit about animals. I am not a vet, I'm not a vet nurse, I'm not certified or qualified in animal care or advice, so like, I guess if you question anything that I say, definitely look into it yourself. Always do your own research. We have this great thing called Google, makes it really easy to find lots and lots of stuff about any given topic. Don't forget your good old library, although I kind of think a lot of them are archaic sometimes, because just check when those books were published, because there's this thing called science that changes all the time, and we can learn new things all the time, funnily enough. But you know, consult with your vet if you do have a personal problem with any of your animals. Definitely like seek professional advice if you're having some kind of health problem with any of your animals. I'm just sort of here to give some tips and some general advice, and in my opinion, and it's sort of vloggy, I guess. I don't know. Not that good at making eye contact with the camera. It's still quite new and weird for me. I'm hoping to get better at this along the way. I'm really open to advice about filming and editing. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing. I have an advanced diploma in fine arts, but I don't know if it really got me very far in my filmmaking. I think I did one film in art school, and it's actually about like sort of animals and nature. It's really weird. Bagheera, that's not your food. Why? This is Aries' room. Why are you eating his food? I gave you your own. You'll get fat. Hey, hey, Grumpy. You don't want to say hi? So this is my main cat, Bagheera. She is turning a year old like next month. So she's like not really a kitten anymore. She's a bit of a bitch. We have an older cat called Spastic, but mostly we call him Fatty, because he likes food and he got pretty overweight there for a while, but we're sorting that out. Anyway, so he's pretty grumpy. He doesn't really like other cats that much. It took like 6 months for Bagheera to grow on him, and now they're okay together. Like occasionally they even like sort of rub up on each other and stuff, and I'm like, that's a win. And as for our latest addition, Aries, he is our kitten who was born in November, so that makes him going on 5 months old. He's still so much trouble. I will probably make an entire video about him and unexpected costs of pet owning. There's no such thing as a cheap pet. They're an investment. Or what's the thing that you call it when it's like an investment, except it always loses you money and never gains you any? A liability. That thing. But he's actually the sweetest. Like, he's really stupid but really stubborn, and he's very, very sweet. And I wouldn't replace him for anything. He's amazing. Anyway, so I should probably wrap this up so that I can edit it or start another video about an actual topic instead of just rambling. So, I mean, I hope this video helped you to get to know me a little bit, sort of just an introduction, but Yeah, you'll see the rest, I guess. Bye for now.